We really like the Honda CRZ. It's good looking, good value and good fun. There's just one problem. With only 122 horsepower, it could do with a bit more grunt, like this one. The Honda CRZ Mugen. Right now, that's the only one in the world. It's worth over £150,000 and thanks to a supercharger, it's got 200 horsepower. It's been made to test reactions to a hot CRZ, and Honda's tuning our Mugen haven't held back with the modifications. They have stripped and entirely rebuilt the engine using stronger components, saved 50 kilograms of weight by making the bonnet out of carbon fibre as well as the doors and chucking away the rear seats. They've also fitted a sports exhaust with a snazzy triangle tip, and they've garnished it all with this very subtle spoiler which may or may not make it slightly faster. The result has to be the world's fiercest and noisiest hybrid. It is ridiculous. It's got the same basic ingredients as a standard CRZ, so a 1.5 litre petrol engine and a 10 kilowatt electric motor, but I think mainly thanks to the sports exhaust, the growl is in a different league. And it does clearly pull better than the standard CRZ as well. Honda say it takes about 6.5 seconds to get to 60 miles an hour. But it's not quite as simple as faster equals better, because they've totally changed the characteristics of the engine. The standard CRZ does its best work at low revs when it's got the electric motor helping it out, whereas this one, you need to wring its neck to get it to go anywhere. If I was in 5th gear doing 3,000 RPM, put my foot on the floor, nothing is happening, flat as a pancake. If I stick it into 3rd, at 5,000 RPM it starts to pull pretty hard. Only trouble with that is, just like the standard CRZ, the red line comes around a lot sooner than you expect. 6,500 RPM and it shuts up shop. But it's not all about the engine. Mugen have also worked hard at making it corner. It has a wider front track for extra stability, a limited slip diff for extra traction, bigger brakes, stiffer springs and adjustable dampers for extra body control, and lightweight 17-inch wheels. Considering how sweetly the standard CRZ steers and grips, the Mugen should be incredible. Now, a lot of it might be down to the ridiculous noise, but it does feel a lot racier than a normal CRZ. It's got absolutely loads of grip. But there are a couple of areas where it's not as good, and one of those is the steering. It's got a really aggressive self-centering action, like that. And secondly, the ride is rock hard. You get to the point where you just have to slow down because you're scared of snapping your back. There's a little bit of me that thinks I'd actually be having more fun in a standard car. I've got a bit of a headache, my back hurts, and I'm getting a little bit bored of having to concentrate so much on the steering. I think it's trying just a little bit too hard. But we shouldn't forget that this is a prototype. Tweaking the diff could improve the steering, and the suspension and exhaust are easily tuned. Finally, as this is a hybrid, a note on the fuel economy. We got 20 miles per gallon. It does have the standard car's eco mode, but we forgot to test it. So, should Honda make a naughtier version of the CRZ? Well, I still think they should. I just don't think they should make it quite as brutal as that one.